No, Iran is not going to accept any ceasefire, and it will continue to wage war, a war of defense, until its demands are achieved. So there are no negotiations, there are no plans for negotiations, and Iran is not going to accept some one-sided ceasefire. The United States under Trump will have to pay the price for this aggression, and the region is going to have to change. We're no longer going to tolerate the US hegemony that was tolerated for so many decades in the past. That era is over. Iran is going to make sure of that. The axis of resistance is going to make sure of that. The United States does not have the power to win this war. And as I said earlier, the military capabilities are there, and the steadfastness of the Iranian people, the Lebanese resistance, the people of Lebanon, Yemen, Iraq, and Palestine, and others who are under the thumb of dictators in this region, they too are waiting for the moment to rise. These people in the region who are under the rule of authoritarian regimes that are a part of the U.S. empire or loyal to the U.S. empire, these people are becoming increasingly hopeful that the opportunity is approaching for their freedom. So the United States has started a conflict that it cannot control. It will be painful. This is not going to be some Hollywood movie. Many people will die, and quite possibly the global economy could face depression, a depression worse than 1929. And that would be very horrible for people across the world. Life will change everywhere. But in any case, the United States has to be confronted. It will be confronted. And Iran and the resistance will make sure that the United States will never again be allowed to carry out wars whenever they like.
Hey, so call Allah Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Kahakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone do well. Peace, love, and blessings to the brothers on the highways and byways, giving all diligence to make a call and election sure. Right, and as you can see, that was a video the elder brother Ash I posted in the group chat, which is very, very edifying video. And he said a lot of things in a small amount of time, which that video is heavy because it held so much prophetic weight, so to say. All right. As you know, America basically started World War III with Iran. All right. So let's get right into the precepts. We may revisit that video to pull out a few points that he made. All right. This is Revelation 11:14 says, the second woe is past, and behold, a third woe cometh quickly. All right. And as we always break it down, the second woe is talking about World War II. And the third woe is talking about World War III, which we're already in World War III. It just hasn't fully escalated to what it's going to, its potential. And World War III, its full potential is a nuclear war. That's World War III at its full potential, its max capacity. Okay? All right? That's what it will lead to, pursuing to, let's get that in Isaiah, the 9th chapter. In the 5th verse, it says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Your conventional war, definitely in the ancient world, men, on the lines running against each other and, battling. We all have seen the movies, swords hitting each other, this, that, and the third. All right. Men yelling. All right, confused noise is, and that's what's a confused noise, just noise everywhere. And even modern warfare, is mostly gunfights, right? Gunfights that take years, all right, to fully accomplish. A lot of strategy, a lot of men dying, a lot of back and forth, all right. But the full potential of this war, as it's about to say, it says, "But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." So this is, though, that's talking about the missiles, the nukes, all right. That's what this war is going to entail. So I'm going to go play this video again. Hey, and fair use, fair use. Not making money off of this. Fair use act. He said something I wanted to, get right to the point about.
To win this war.
And as he said, United States does not have the power to win this war because this is a regional war. All right, America, its military wasn't built to handle, this type of conflict on all these fronts. Because what happened is, by taking out Iran's supreme leader, all right, you basically united all these Islamic nations to come together, all right, that union, okay? So the United States does not have the power to win this war.
And as I said earlier, the military capabilities are there, and the steadfastness of the Iranian people, the Lebanese resistance, the people of Lebanon, Yemen, Iraq.
So you see all those coalitions, the people of Lebanon, Yemen, Iraq, Palestine.
And Palestine, and others who are under the
thumb of the dictators in this region.
Thumb of dictators in this region. They too are waiting for the moment to rise.
They too are waiting for the moment to rise. So let's get the precepts. This 2 Esdras 15, verse 28. It says, "Behold, a horrible vision." All right, why is it a horrible vision? Because a lot of people are going to be put down, man. All right, it's a vision of war, man. As he said, a lot of people will die. He says, "Behold, a horrible vision and appearance thereof from the east," the Middle East, or Eastern Asia. It says, "Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia," right, and those Arab countries that was mentioned, it says, "shall come out with many chariots, and the multitudes of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth." So again, that multitude of these Arab nations, all right, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. All right, and so you've awoken. This coalition. It says also the Carmanians. Okay, and the Carmanians are the Iranians. So them and the Arabs, and as he stated, all those that are under U.S. hegemony, U.S. dictatorship, they receiving hope now because Iran, the Lord has put the spirit on Iran, according to prophecy, to prevail. And not only that, Russia and China. So America is going to lose, man. If it backs out, it loses. If it goes forward, it loses. So his only option is to continue to go forward. And his pride is what's going to get him there. There's also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. If you ever seen those wild boars get mad, right? Them little motherfuckers are quick. And when they get angry and they be squealing, right? It says, "And with great power shall they come and join battle with them. So the Carmenians going to come, and the so-called Arabs, the Iranians and Arabs are going to join together. It says, and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Syrians, which today the Syrians will be America. And it's already happening because you got those American military bases, which American military base is an extension of the U.S. itself. Them portions Iran has wiped out all U.S. military bases in the region. All right, to the point the military soldiers are in hotels. Okay, it says, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand. All right, so the Lord, the Lord got a spirit on those Arab countries, Iran. All right, according to Bible prophecy, they got the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. So what he's speaking about in this video here is specifically prophetic, man. All right.
These people in the region who are
those people in the region, those Arabs,
under the rule of authoritarian regimes that are a part of the U.S. empire or loyal to the U.S. empire, these people are becoming increasingly hopeful that the opportunity is approaching for their freedom.
Exactly.
So the United States has started a conflict that it cannot control. It will be painful. This is not going to be some, Hollywood movie.
Exactly, and I say this, the same thing with not I, but we say the same thing with the Lord. We brothers always say, when you watch Esau's movie, when the UFOs show up, his Hollywood movies, he always ends up beating the aliens, so to say. Well, that's gonna be Howard Shire returning in those ships, and it ain't gonna be no Hollywood movie. The angels of the Lord are gonna come right in the midst of World War III, starting when Yahweh Shai with those ships, and the Lord's gonna judge those nations over there in the Middle East, man. Okay? That's another part of that horrible vision from the East when Yahweh Shai shows up. But nonetheless, as this war escalates, all right, before it fully escalates to its full potential, which is the missiles, nuclear missiles, Revelation 13 and 16 has to take place, the mark of the beast, all right? So this war is going to, go about its way, but it's only going to go so far until that one prophecy is fulfilled. So that's pretty much it. You see it, it's over it. The brother posted, it's on. That's it. All right? Troops are going to be deployed. American troops. There's going to be a draft. And prophecy is going to run its course. The end of Esau, Edom's world. He messed up. He's at his end quickly. So with that, going to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Shai and Shalom to the elect.